guys, I'm back with another video. Today I'm joined with my princess, Winter Rose, and we are doing what I'm doing, the Pregnant at 17 story. Well, my Pregnant at 17 story. Yeah. Yeah, we'll tell them. You say you have to subscribe to my channel. Yeah. Show me some love. Yeah. Alright then. Well, I hope you guys enjoy watching. And stay tuned. Bye. How I found out I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant by, I wasn't well. I wasn't well for a long time, so I always felt nauseated and I didn't want to eat, so I was getting very, very skinny, which was very unhealthy for winter. And but yeah, I just wasn't eating. I felt like I was going to spew out every time I ate. It was like horrible. So I went down to Coles and I bought a pack of 3 pregnancy tests. And it was a clear blue pregnancy test. I still have them, which might be gross, but I want to make one of those frame type things where you have like their first outfit and their first ultrasound and the pregnancy test, and I reckon that's so cool. Anyway, so I got the pregnancy test, walked home, went straight to the toilet, took it straight away, and within like a second of me looking at it, after I peed on it, it came up with the second line. So I was like, oh my god. I literally didn't even know what to say. I was freaking out, couldn't breathe, was kind of happy, kind of sad, very emotional, didn't know how to feel. I had a lot going on in my life at that moment, so it was just like, oh my gosh, God, what the hell do I do now? So that's kind of what it was like. And then from then I called Tyrell up and I was like, he was at school, and I just rang him on the phone because I was just freaking out, I didn't know what to do. And and I was like, I'm pregnant. I just took a test then, test came out positive, and I'm definitely pregnant. And he was like, I can't actually 100% remember his reaction, I just remember him to be like, are you serious? Like, oh my gosh, are you serious? And he was kind of in shock, but at the same time the bell was ringing, so he had to go back to class, so I didn't get to call him until he was home. And then I went round to his, not long after that, I think it was that weekend, I think maybe that was a Friday that I found out, and then I went to his the next day, and then I had booked, oh no, I can't open it. I was like 3 days from then, or 3 or 4 days from then, so maybe it was a Monday, Tuesday or something. And then I went down to the ultrasound place with him. We had to lie to our parents, like we full on just lied to them about everything we're doing. I feel so bad now. Like, I honestly actually wish I just told my mum the moment I found out. So, because it would be nice to have a little more support and have them there, and you know, but it wasn't too long after I had the ultrasound that they found out anyway. But once I did the ultrasound, we got the ultrasound pictures, and there she little was. It was like a little teeny tiny dot. She was 6 weeks old then in my belly, so she was just tiny, and it's still a miracle to me now just knowing that she's like here with me, and she used to be like this little teeny tiny speck. Like, that's insane. I think it was like the day, yeah, it was the day after I went back home, and I was sitting in my room, and my mum and my dad came upstairs, and oh no, my dad came upstairs and he was like, have you had your period yet? Like, random. I was just out of it, and my heart was just beating like Billy O. It was like bop, 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 bop. I was crapping my undies, and then and I was like, yeah, I have my period, full on lied to his face, I hadn't had my period yet. And he's like, well, where's all your pads and stuff? Normally you have like a stash of pads and stuff. And I said, yeah, they're in that case. Mum gave me a case for all my period stuff. And then and he's like, alright then, alright. And then he came back upstairs. Oh, and he gave me a packet of Mentos, and I was just eating the Mentos, and my heart was pounding, and I was missing Tyra. I was like, Dad just came up asking if I had my period. Like, well, I don't know what's going on. And then, Mum and Dad came upstairs, and then, Mum's like, are you taking your pill? I was like, yeah. And then Dad left. I can't remember, he said something else, but he left, and then, he goes, well, your mum will sort it out as he was leaving. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, why? How do they know? Like, how is this happening? And then she was like, can I see your pill? And then I got the pill, and she goes, well, because clearly I wasn't taking it, because one, I hate taking pills. Even if I'm sick as, like, really sick, don't take medicine, because I just can't stand taking medicine. So I didn't purposely not take the pill, it was just I really hate swallowing pills, so I didn't take it. And then I showed her the pill packet, and there was no pills that had been taken. And then she's like, well, I said no, I stopped taking my pill to her, and I said I don't like it, I keep forgetting to take it, which was honest. And then she goes, are you pregnant? And I was like, I was like, yes, I am pregnant. And then she goes, oh no, she said, is there a chance that you're pregnant? I was like, yeah, I am pregnant, but I didn't clearly say, like, yeah, pregnant. I was like, yeah, I am. And she's just shocked, you know, like, shocked, out of her mind, shocked. And then I was shocked, and then she was shocked, and then she was like, well, how far along are you? When's your due date? Do you know any of this? Like, how do you know that you're pregnant and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure she said that. And then I was like, well, I actually just went for my ultrasound yesterday, and I pulled out the ultrasound photo, and my heart was beating, I was shaking, I was sweating, I was just, like, I didn't know what to do, but I was kind of happy in a way that I had told her, because she's my mum, I tell her everything, so, you know, obviously they're going to be disappointed in me, because clearly I'm only 17 years old, and I was just starting out modelling, and I was trying to get somewhere, you know, I had my future set up, so I knew that they were going to be upset. And I knew that once I told my mum, I'd have to tell my dad, and that was the scariest thing in the whole entire world. So I told my mum, and showed her the ultrasound scans. She started smiling, and clearly she was sad, upset, but she was happy, you know, like, that's her grandbaby. And then she goes, well, I showed her the phone, and she goes, well, when's my grandbaby due? And then I was just like, the baby's due on the 15th of May, but she didn't end up coming on the 15th of May anyway. And then after a few weeks, either it was a week or a few weeks, we ended up deciding that we had to tell my dad, and we were looking after a house. I don't know what it's called. It's called something when you look after someone's house, like housekeeping. No, it's definitely not housekeeping. But anyway, we were looking after you know, family friend's house, and they had this beautiful farmhouse, and that's when my mum told my dad. And after that, me and Tyra had to come in a room and talk to my dad, which was the scariest thing in the whole wide world. And we told him, my mum clearly told him beforehand. He was very mad, by the way, very, very mad. And because he barely knew Tyra, like, because we were quite early in the relationship, he didn't talk to Tyrell, he didn't want to look at Tyrell. It was just like it was very uncomfortable and awkward, and it was a hard time, that time of my life. I guess when you're telling your parents, it's going to be the most scariest thing in the whole world. And then both my parents knew, and then he said to Tyrell, well, we're moving to Brisbane, are you going to come and support me and obviously the new baby coming? And Tyrell said yep. So that's why we're here in Brisbane at the moment. And once we got over that, we told Tyrell's parents. So we told Tyrell's mum first, and then Tyrell, and then when I left to Brisbane, because I went to Brisbane before he went to Brisbane, he told his dad, and his mum was very upset, and his dad was, I'm not too sure if he was too upset. I think he didn't really mind. Like, both of our parents had had the older siblings young, so had Tyrell young, but my parents had my older brother young. So I guess, you know, they kind of got over it easier than a parent who wouldn't have had kids young, you know, would have gotten over it. They might have been more angry and disappointed. But yeah, so that's the whole parent situation. How was my pregnancy? My pregnancy was actually very, very hard. I had a very hard pregnancy. It actually scarred me for life. So when I was about 23 weeks, pretty sure it was 23 weeks, I was having preterm contractions. So I had to keep going into the hospital because I kept getting these contractions that I thought were labour when they weren't labour. It was a lot like Braxton Hicks, but I wasn't quite Braxton Hicks. It felt like my stomach was just going tight, and they were constant, and they'd go on and on and on for like an hour or 2 hours, even 3. And I was like, this is not right. I was only 23 weeks. It carried on till about 28 weeks. I'm pretty sure 28 weeks, 30 weeks around then. Oh no, I think it actually carried on until I was like 35 weeks. I'm pretty sure. I wish I wrote this down. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it carried on between around 35 weeks, from 23 weeks to 35 weeks. And then, so I was constantly in and out of hospital. I'm pretty sure I went in the hospital like 10 times. And this was like late night, early morning. I had to stay overnight in the hospital because they were very worried about me because it just kept going, and it was coming up on the monitor like they were huge, like normal contractions would be. And I was in a lot of pain, and then they stopped for a little bit, I'm pretty sure, and that's when I started noticing the change in my health. So I got really big, like I was humongous. I'll insert a photo. I was huge. I was like a big balloon, pretty much. My feet were fat, my face was fat, my nose had grown like 20,000 times, so it was like out there. I looked like Pinocchio. I was just huge. My face, everything, my neck, my back, everything was fat. I also had PUPS, which is a rash. So I had a rash from my toes all the way up to my face, which is like a spotty, patchy red rash. Had it everywhere, and it was itchy, it was irritating, I had it all up my back. Honestly, I had it everywhere. It was the most horrible thing. I was itchy all the time. I looked disgusting, so I stopped taking photos of myself. Like, I was so like horrified at the way I looked because I was just huge. I was fat. I had gained all the way up to 89 kgs, which is insane. When I first got pregnant, I was only 53 kgs, and then I went all the way up to 89 kgs. Like, that's how big I was. I was huge. And but also I was eating a lot. I was eating like twice the size of what I would normally eat. I was eating more than my older brother and my dad would eat. Like, I was eating a lot of food. I'm surprised she's not a big chunky baby. And then, so I had that. I had preeclampsia, I had PUPS rash, and I had pregnancy acne, which was just heartbreaking. And because originally I've got really bad, well, not anymore, but I did have really bad skin all throughout college, and then I had pregnancy, and that's when everyone says you're supposed to glow and be beautiful and the skin's supposed to be perfect, and then I got freaking pregnant, and then it got 100 times worse than what it was. So it was a lie. Yes, it was a lie. Anyway, and then my skin's all cleared up now, which is magical, which I love so much. I had that, and then when I went into labour, I was 37 weeks pregnant. I went to my midwife appointment. We had fortnightly midwife appointment. Sure, it was fortnightly. And we went there, and my mum had a day off, which was kind of like a coincidence, and she had a day off, and I had my appointment. So I was like, Mum, can you take me to the appointment? So we went together, and we went to my midwife appointment, and I was sick. I was so sick. I had boogie nose, sore throat, headache, I had a cough, I couldn't breathe out my nose, pretty much. It was dripping, but I couldn't breathe out my nose. Every time I blowed it, it was still blocked. I felt like utter crap. And then I was like to my midwife goes, her name's Lisa, and she was like, the best midwife I have ever had in my, well, I've never had one, but the midwife that I had was just amazing. Like, she was like, I miss her. I tried finding her on Facebook because I want to stay in contact with her for when I have my next baby. She's going to be my midwife again. She was amazing. Anyway, and then she asked how I was doing. I said I'm not doing too good. I'm very swollen and I'm very sick at the moment. I haven't had those contractions in a while though, which was good. And they were like, well, I'll take your blood pressure. So they had a new, what are they called, like in training, midwife in training, and she was taking my blood pressure. And she took it and she looked at it like this and she's like, So then she took it again, and then she took it again, and I'm pretty sure she took it one last time, and then she's like, her blood pressure is very high. She needs to go to the hospital. So my midwife sent me to the hospital, and then we went, and then they were like, we might have to induce you, or you may have preeclampsia. So they start checking, and they put a heart rate monitor on me for baby and a contraction monitor on me. I wasn't having any contractions. And then they hooked me up and they take a wee sample. They took bloods, and pretty sure that was it. Bloods and a wee sample, and they checked my cervix as well, which is disgusting. It hurts and it makes you want to vomit. And so they do that, and then I came back that I had preeclampsia and that I was going to have to get induced. And then this lady comes in, I don't know what she is, pretty sure she was a nurse. This could have been before they told me that I was going to get induced, but she gave me this sweepy thing where they go like that in your bits and pieces to try to open, because I was already 1 centimeter dilated. So when she did that, she was doing it, I was like, can you stop? Like, can you stop now? That's what I said. It was so painful and so uncomfortable, feeling like I could vomit at the thought of that. And then they told me I was getting induced, so I got induced, and then the whole labour story, you know, kind of came out. I had a very hard labour, I was very sick, but I would love to get more into detail into my labour story when I do my birth vlog, which will be up soon. I've got footage on my dad's phone, so wow. Oh, it's supposed to know. So I've got footage on my dad's phone, and with that footage I'm going to steal that, and then so I can show you guys a little bit of what I was like. It's no good. I want to get the footage off my dad's phone so that I can make you guys a birth vlog, which is going to be super cool, because whenever I re-look at that, it makes me like want to cry. But I'd like to share that with you guys, and I think that's about it. Yeah. Do I have any tips for you guys if you are either soon to be in labour or are pregnant at the moment? Probably I would have to say is, if you feel like something's not right, call your midwife or go to the hospital. Because I thought I was fine with the contractions, I thought I was fine with the swelling and the rash, I thought I was fine and not saying anything, but I wish I had said more, you know, even though I did. I brought my midwife to the hospital like 10 times, but, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is just, if you have any concerns, is just call up. It takes one call. Midwives are there to help you and support you, so, you know, you've got to remember that. As midwives, that's what they're there for, so don't be afraid to just say, look, this is happening, I'm worried, I'm concerned, and then they'll explain what you have to do, what you have to watch out for, and, you know, it's perfectly fine. And another tip I have is, if you're either going into labour or are currently in labour, which I don't think anyone would be, but is to get your support partner to go down to Coles and get you some oranges, because after you poop, after you give birth, everything down in that region, in that area, is painful as hell. It hurts to walk, hurts to talk, hurts to cough, hurts to sneeze, hurts to laugh. So no, like, buy yourself some oranges, so when it comes to the point in time where you guys have to have a poop, it is soft and mushy and it just slides out. Because the worst thing you want is constipation straight after giving birth, because it's like pushing out another baby. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel. I am getting a brand new camera, which I am wrapped about. This camera I love so much. It's just, I think it's better for, what's it called? Taking photos. It's perfect when it comes to taking photos, but the video quality on this isn't amazing. So I'm getting a new camera and it has the flip up screen, so I can see myself, so instead of having to run back and forth to see if it's in the right spot, I'll be able to see it. But yeah, I think that's all. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry I was a bit rambly and bambly all over the place. I'm very tired. But yeah, that's all I have for today. And I love you all so much. And babe, shut up! I love you guys so much, and see you next time.